Keeping things going with the starting 5 videos because I've been enjoying making these as much as you guys have been enjoying watching them. And the best starting 5 from every age is interesting. We're obviously only using current day players, and there's some interesting 5s to be made here. I will say though, coming up with these teams hurt, because there were some pretty solid teams for both the 33-year-old players and 36-year-olds. 33-year-olds had Steph Curry, but there was 0 shooting guards in the league 33 years old, so we couldn't include them because we couldn't make a full 5. And same with 36-year-olds. We had CP3 and LeBron on the same team, but there's 0 shooting guards at that age in the league today, so we had to leave them out too. But even with that said, we still got some good teams, so let's get into them. With number 10, we got players in their primes right now at 29 years old, and their 5 is Kyrie Irving, Chris Middleton, Joe Harris, Harrison Barnes, and Rudy Gobert. And I like this one because of the Irving and Gobert combo, with Chris Middleton as the second option, Joe Harris as the knockdown shooter, and Barnes as the guy to do everything else. And it's good that they got guys that can all do their part, but with Kyrie Irving as the best player on the team, I don't trust him as the first option here, and for that reason, I don't think this team could really work. They wouldn't have enough true firepower in the big moments. I mean, Chris Middleton's been great, but I don't know if that'll be enough. Kyrie could do it occasionally, but no one to come up big every single night. If they just had one real go-to guy in the squad, it'd be perfect. But instead, it's why I could only put them at number 10. Then we'll move on to number 9 in the team of 25-year-olds, who might be better than you would have thought because they have D'Angelo Russell, Luke Kennard, Dylan Brooks, Domantas Sabonis, and Karl Anthony Towns. So we basically have the stars of the Minnesota Timberwolves here, and surprisingly, most of these other teams we're going to be looking at have both of an actual team's top players, because it's pretty rare for an NBA roster to have 2 top guys the same exact age. Due to drafting players in separate years or player development time, it usually doesn't happen, but here it did, and they'd be combined with all-star Domantas Sabonis, Dylan Brooks, who's an up-and-coming real star, and he'd be the main defender on the team, and Luke Kennard dropped off with the Clippers, but is still a solid shooter. And realistically, this may be a team that just gets into the playoffs based on how things currently are in the league. D'Lo and Cat aren't good together, Sabonis didn't make the postseason, and Kennard and Brooks aren't those real difference makers. But on paper, it sounds good. Offensively, they have a ton of options, but defensively, like I mentioned, Brooks and Sabonis a little bit is really all they got. Number 8 though then goes to players who are 23 years old, with their 5 of De'Aaron Fox, Malik Monk, Brandon Ingram, Jayson Tatum, and Bam Adebayo. So we'd have Tatum as the true star of the squad, with Ingram, Fox, and Bam all being near stars like they are on their current team. Then a solid shooter and creator in Monk. And these guys' styles are all pretty weird fits together. I couldn't imagine them being perfect fits, but I think it could work mainly because Monk, Brandon, and Jason are all great shooters, and they can shoot mid-range and from deep. Fox isn't the best there, but he could drive and make plays while Bam handles the post. And if that's the case, they got all areas of the game covered. Again, Ingram and Tatum are kind of strange fits together, but both are good enough to make it work, and that's why they come in at number 8. I have number 7 just slightly ahead of them though, because of the star power they bring. And these guys are 24 years old and have a 5 of Jamal Murray, Donovan Mitchell, Jaylen Brown, Lauri Markkanen, and Ivica Zubac. And I will admit this one was tough because first of all, we had to decide whether to put Devin Booker or Donovan Mitchell at shooting guard, and it was truly 50-50. Both guys are just about the same in terms of greatness, and even though Devin's about to be an NBA champion, all those years before CP3 where the team was terrible made me rank Mitchell slightly higher. And I also made the decision to include Murray in this 5 at point guard instead of Ben Simmons. And based on where things are at right now, it was easy to do. Plus, I still think Jamal Murray's underrated anyways. But okay, as for this starting 5, we got 3 all-star caliber players that I think would all be great fits together, and 2 solid big men that complement the rest of this team pretty well. Jaylen Brown would fit in on virtually any roster, Mitchell would lead the team, Jamal Murray's a great second or third option that can run an offense, while Markkanen stretches the floor and Zubac handles the paint. For the age of 28 though, they come in at number 6. For Malcolm Brogdon, Bradley Beal, Norman Powell, Tobias Harris, and Anthony Davis. And this is a good squad. The duo of Bradley Beal and Anthony Davis would be exciting to see, but I don't know, I kind of got a problem with it because I don't know if it would actually work, because you have 2 guys that just flat out couldn't win games on their own, and 2 guys that, I don't know, fight me on this one if you disagree, but 2 guys that may just be second options. So I don't know how much of them playing together would benefit them, but either way, I'd give it a chance, and they have one of the best supporting casts of the video because Tobias Harris has actually been great this past year, and AD would make up where he lacks defensively. Norman Powell's a flat out scorer, and Brogdon's one of the most underrated players out there. So we'd have a lot of scoring, could probably use some more defense, but that's why these guys are only number 6. For number 5 though, we got 32-year-olds, because they have a starting 5 of Russell Westbrook, Eric Gordon, Kevin Durant, Bojan Bogdanovic, and DeAndre Jordan. And I'll be honest, Kevin Durant mainly carries this one to the number 6 spot, but they wouldn't have made it here if he didn't have at least a good supporting cast, which he does. And this would also see the reuniting of himself and Russell Westbrook. Now, in the grand scheme of things, that probably wouldn't be a great thing because they were limited in the first run together, but on this team they'd have a lot more help. They'd be with DeAndre Jordan as their big man, which is a good fit, but then have 2 great two-way players that could handle defense, while Russ and KD focus on running the offense and scoring. And both of these guys are great shooters too, which is even better and actually perfect when we're talking about a Russ and KD led team. So overall, I think this is a great squad. But then next up at number 4, we got players that are all 27. And as you can tell, it's becoming a theme here that all of the best ages for starting 5s are players that are in or around their primes, because obviously they're at their best, so they'd make the best team, rather than a team full of, say, 20-year-olds. But for this 5, we have Terry Rozier, Marcus Smart, Josh Richardson, Pascal Siakam, and Joel Embiid. And it's kind of strange we only have one current day all-star on this team, but the fact that he was a potential league MVP makes up for it. And the rest of the starting 5 are all good compliments to him. Plus, everyone here aside from Terry Rozier is great defensively, and all of them, including Rozier, are pretty good shooters. And I don't know why, but I'm really into the Embiid and Siakam pairing, and I think they'd have better chemistry on the floor than Embiid and Harris do currently in Philly. Number 3 though is where things really get serious, because with players 30 years old, we got Damian Lillard, Seth Curry at shooting guard, Kawhi Leonard, Jay Crowder, and Nikola Vucevic. And there's really not much downside to this lineup. There's not much you can find wrong with them. In the backcourt, you got 2 top shooters really from an all-time aspect, with one being a superstar. Then you got Kawhi Leonard, who's dominant, and him and Dame would be a great pairing. You also have Jay Crowder, who has real experience, would be the enforcer on the team and can come up big any given night. Then Vucevic is the all-around stretch big man that any team would love. And together we got a real championship squad. 2 stars, 2 great role players, and pretty much an all-star. I mean, just put it into perspective. Imagine just how good the Portland Trailblazers would be if they added Kawhi Leonard to their team. So this team would just be that much better. The best player Lillard's ever played with was CJ McCollum, who's never been an all-star. And he's never played with an all-star unless you want to include LaMarcus Aldridge, but Dame wasn't nearly as good back then. So I think you can kind of see how good this team would be. And they'd be great, but just slightly beating them out, I got number 2 as players that are 26, because they have Cameron Payne, Zach LaVine, Andrew Wiggins, Giannis, and Nikola Jokic. And the weakest point of this 5 would be Cameron Payne, but as we've seen in these playoffs, he's a really solid point guard. I still obviously don't think he's a starter on a real team, and in this case he would be, but my point is he's not bad. The defensive side of things would be covered with Wiggins and Giannis, and the front court would be even more dominant with Giannis and Joker, giving you the last 3 league MVPs playing side by side. And it would work too, because Giannis can't stretch the floor, but Nikola would do that for him, all while they wouldn't even have to do the bulk of the scoring, because Zach LaVine would do that and be the team's main go-to guy. And even for as great as this team is, it may be hard to believe that any starting 5 from a certain age group could be better. There was one, and it was players 31 years old, because we have James Harden at point guard, and we gotta give it to him since he played point this year and has in the past. Klay Thompson at shooting guard, assuming he's fully healthy, Paul George, Draymond Green, and Serge Ibaka at center. And I mean, where do you even start here? Positions 2 through 5 have got defense covered. They're all some of the best defenders in the game at their respective positions, and everyone on the team aside from Draymond can play offensively. Plus, it'd really be Harden's team to run however he'd want, and probably exactly how he did in Brooklyn. PG and Klay are stars, but they already have experience with stepping aside and letting someone else be that guy. So James would run the show, Klay would be the third option, PG would be dominant on James' off night, Draymond would, I guess, just play defense, and Serge would do a little bit of everything, making this the best starting 5 from every age, and I think we should all be able to agree on that. If there's anything you do disagree with though, comment and let me know, and I'll catch you next video.